Chris Ejiofor, Idea TV's senior in-house analyst who help us, dissect this issue a lot more so we get some other perspective of the issue. Good morning, sir. It's good to have you on the... I think we are getting used to having you on the show. Good morning. How is your day?
Not bad. And you?
Nice. We've seen reports of, young Nigerians being recruited into, foreign conflicts under false promises. And this has been in the news for a while now. So I just want to know from your perspective, what do you think drive these networks to target our youth? Let me put it, our youth. And, why do you think so many Nigerians have failed or fall rather for these schemes, despite the obvious risk?
Yes, despite the risk involved.
Are there even obvious risk?
Yes, there are obvious risk, but then, because some of them don't know what they are going to face while enlisting into such most of these schemes. Just like the Ponzi scheme there. Many of them, you see foreign recruit agents over all over Africa. It's not just Nigeria. I think about 6 other African countries are involved in all of this. Yes. I remember people from Zimbabwe and was it somebody in Malawi having similar issues of their youths being involved. When they had the Russia, not Russia then, it was the Israel-Gaza war. So it's always like that. But the major people who are victims of such things are mostly areas where you have a lot of unemployment rate. You understand? So such scheming, you can hardly stop it. So if you now understand what is happening in that war between Russia and Ukraine, you understand why they need manpower. Russia have lost over close to 1 million personnel in that war since it started. That they have to order North Korea give Russia about 10,000 men to assist them based on their military alliance between Russia and North Korea, and most of them have gone. You understand? So Russia needed manpower to beef up their military capability in order to finish the war. Because this is a war Russia said it's just a military operation that is going to last for 2 weeks. Now we are heading to 3 years plus. So definitely they need manpower to sustain their military machine. So and where will they get from? Is those who are not well informed, who are recruited by foreign agents, being promised a lot of jobs. What is the job there? When you get there, they seize your passport and then promise you $100, about $150 monthly. And many of them enter and their passport will be seized without they registering to Nigerian foreign missions. Because first of all, if you have an organized system, once you enter a first country, the first way to go is you ask for a Nigerian mission abroad. Which country? Where do you have an embassy? You go and register yourself. From there you know what you are into. But now many of them just go without even being showing their presence to a Nigerian mission abroad. So that's where this thing started, in a sense. So that's it.
So if talking about, because a lot of Nigerian, let me not just make it just Nigeria. A lot of African youth are susceptible rather to this, and with talks of it being an economical issue, But I just want to look past economical issue because we know that Nigeria is grappling with poverty at this point in time. But I just want to look at, do you think there are, social or maybe societal issues that is breeding this problem as well?
Yes, sure. There's a societal issue that is breeding it, and what is driving such things is high rate of unemployment. So when you have about more than half of your youth capacity not having anything to do, even those who finish school. As I'm talking to you now, many people are looking for how to enlist into American soldiers because that one for them is lucrative, even when they know the consequences of where they are going, but they prefer that their immediate economic terms is what is paramount to them. So going to such places is called that many of them go there without knowing the implications. But at war front, they know that the system will take care of you. But we are talking about the working system now. Many of them prefer to go to America. Even as I'm talking to you now, many of them are saying that they want who will take them to America to join to enlist to American military. Yes, but they feel that despite the war, that the system protects them. So that the case of Russia is that nothing protects them for now because Russia too is struggling with that war. So going there, can be kind. And I hear the case of something Chair Gorham or something who died of the 2 soldiers who the mother of that guy said that he doesn't even know that the guy is facing such things. You understand? But what will happen? Russia itself is denying that they will ask their ambassador to Nigeria. The Russian ambassador to Nigeria is now saying that they are not aware of such scheme going on. Because most of them don't enlist to Russia and Nigerian this mission. They go there through private means. And when you're going through private means, you're going through the back door. So that's what you're on ground now. So what drives most of this is basically unemployment rate, which our system has to fix.
I think this also reflects Nigerian diaspora and youth migration patterns. Because I'm looking at it, what means do we use to go? Because we've seen a whole lot of the Europe by road, Europe by sea, Europe by everywhere, Europe by corners and whatnot. And I think this could be let me ask you, do you think this could be an unintended consequences of global labor and migration policies?
Yes, it's all part of the consequences of global problem and the issue of migration policies and the rest. But then you can't rule out. No country is 100% secured when it comes to entry policies. Even America today, Trump is grappling with people entering America through Mexico and the rest. You understand? So you can't have 100% border wall or immigration policy control. Today, there are other areas people can enter. Those who go, because they are agents, what they call syndicates. Even those who went through desert. Many Nigerians go through desert, and once they enter North Africa, they are close to Europe. So they go to desert, some guys, if you cannot make it, they push you, they kill you. In short, if they saw you as being weak, they will kill you and throw you by the side. So it now meant that the issue of, though there are cooperation between Nigeria and a lot of other countries too, when it comes to issue of migration and the rest. But then, that system is not a watertight system. People will still find their way to get into a country, illegal means. And within the resident countries too, there are people, syndicates who work on this, who mix money through this means. Their own citizens too, making money through foreign nationals who decide to make it coming to Europe or whatever means. So it's all about awareness, like the ambassador, the Russian ambassador is saying that. I think the Nigerian missions are being now heightened up, that they make sure that they bridge such gaps, that once any citizens enter the country, but then they cannot go in the street and looking for their nationals. The nationals are supposed to report to the embassies so that they can guide you properly. These are things that are lacking. So we're able to open the space and make sure that our youths are well informed. Yes.
I think this is becoming a mindset war rather than yes, it's becoming that kind of war, because just like you've mentioned and like most people know, sometimes even if people are aware that this part they are trading is not the right part, you hear, I still want to go. What do my country, what does my country have for me? And I also think that if you want to consider the human trafficking, aspect of it, because I think sometimes, 6 years back, if I'm not mistaken, I carried out the research on human trafficking. So I want to look at that form. I'm just looking at this like a form of modern human trafficking. I don't know if you agree with me. That's why let me know. Could this be a form of human trafficking disguised as an opportunity? And how should society? How do you think society should tackle the demand and supply sides of this?
Yes, it's part of, like you said, it's all more or less modern trafficking of modern human traffic ideology. Yes, it will continue to be. That's nature.
I think I'll put
nature. Yes, it's nature, because people want to migrate. And what's the idea of migrating? You want to migrate because you want to have a better life. You want to migrate because you want to feel that you want to have a new idea of how other places exist. So there are things that drive migration. And all those things, once those things are there, no problem. People must migrate. Today, people who make America what it is are not really Americans. Almost of them are migrants. You hear Chinese name there and all in America. And but the idea is that what are you taking to your country of origin and where you are heading to? That's your migrant mission. What are you taking there? Because most countries sees you when they see something in you, they want to tap it. And when they call that you are there, maybe you come there based on the economic factors you are facing in your country. They use you the way they want, and that's where most of our youth now being recruited into the military, because it wasn't their intention. They were intention that there's a labor that want to give you a labor, military labor and the security post. And you go there, many of them go there as if they want to go and do menial labor. But they prefer to go there than to remain here. What does that tell you? Their own system has failed them. That is something, the system has failed them. And then they feel that going outside, they will get a better life. And going there, there's something else they are seeing. So the idea is for us to make sure we nip all this is in the bud by education. Informing people and educating them the consequences of going where your skills are not needed. Yeah, so that's it.
It's talking about education now, because social media is there.
Yes.
And so many people, especially in Nigeria here, so many youth are very inclined to the digital space. So I'm just looking at social media and how it is, should I say, aiding this problem.
That's good, yeah.
I'm not saying for a fact that it's aiding the problem. I'm just saying, has media, do you think social media has made it easier or harder to, identify this recruitment networks? Or could he, because social media, like we heard, was a tool to, or is still a tool to, connecting people. Us. At this point in time, do you think it is becoming part of the problem?
Yes, actually, it's part of the problem, because most of the things we push through social media are not verified. Yes, and there's no way, they are not censored too. So most of them goes there. Then you see somebody who's trying to, there's a recruiting agent there. Are you interested to work overseas? That's where they push it to you. You say, exactly, you jump at it. No matter the kind of job, you hop at it, and then when you get there, it's a different ball game entirely. So the idea is that social media is pushing the narrative of what people want to hear. And people, what do you want people want to hear? Economic advantage, somewhere else. And when you hop on it, it's going to be different ball game when it gets there. So social media is part of what is driving this narrative of people getting a job outside, unverified job outside, or military recruitment. So social media has been part of most of these things, because social media is more or less, it's not, you see, what we put in the space is not being censored, or there's a way of back-end verification. It goes there, and when it goes there, the modern youths who believe in this modern digital space will say, there's a job scheme somewhere, are you interested? And many of them find themselves going through the same agent. So that's it. It's part of what we're facing, social media.
So how do you think we can, verify the problem? Should people, what do you think can be?
Because the only way to verify it, that like the Minister of Foreign Affairs saying, Tuga, if you anywhere you get across to such things, go to Minister. We have a Minister of Foreign Affairs there. There in Abuja, he's everywhere in Lagos. Yes, they're there. You just go there. No, you need to go there. Go there, looking for foreign institutions. If you go there, there are some fake institutions. If you get there, they will list it for you. So the idea is making the space open for people to easily come and get information. You go there and ask, is there's such a scheme that's going on, any recruitment? And they will tell you probably that, look at this is more or less a spongy recruitment exercise. You should not get involved. So that's sound. So the idea is now making the space available. There should be an awareness, even in the media space, telling people that look here, don't fall victim of such things. If you want to verify, our doors are open for you. People will go and find out.
That's interesting. I'm just looking at, because we're battling with insecurity issue in Nigeria as well. So I'm just looking at how Nigeria can protect its citizens in this very, should I say, it's a crucial time, very critical, for this very critical issue, because I want to get your perspective on how Nigeria can, proactively prevent or protect its citizens without turning it into a, purely punitive approach. Because this is a delicate time. We are fighting our own insecurity issues, and yet we have our young people going out there, to fight all that geopolitical. We're caught into the, conflict of geopolitical conflicts and what do they call it, desperation. So how does it play, especially given the situation of our insecurity challenges in the country?
The way it plays out is such that, you see, our youths who are getting involved in such things, there's no primitive way of, like I repeat, as the best as I rightly said, that those who are doing it at their own peril. There's no way the government or the state will punish anybody who goes to, because moreover the states are not aware. It didn't go through the Minister of Foreign Affairs before doing this. And even when you find yourself in such a country, you never reported to the embassy, your own country embassy. So if you are doing that at your own risk. So the only way is to caution them. There is no way to any punitive measure against it than to educate. If you get yourself involved in this thing, these are ways to sort yourself out. Go to the embassy. The embassy can even repatriate you free. It's free of charge. If you report yourself there and see, look at my predicament, they will get involved and have to help you. We have, I think, the Minister for Audition, NiDCOM. Yes, they will help you. They are all over the places where you have cases of where you cannot trace your way back. You are maybe due to economic challenges or you are recruited illegally. Once you report there, the embassy will keep you and feed you till the days you'll be taken back. So it's not a case of you, for instance, but it's because like they said, these things are driven by economic factors. They get there, they want to work, they feel that if they report to the embassy will tie them down. You understand? So they feel they want to get into society of their host country, be free. And then before you know yourself, like one of the guys who were killed said that, according to what the mother said, that he was only trained for 2 weeks and given arms to go and fight Ukraine. So every soldier will train for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You understand? And then definitely, and what killed him, one of them was a drone that killed him. Because what the Russian soldier does is to put them as grinding meat. Those foreign soldiers who come to fight, they put them grinding meat. They put them in the war front without experience. So that's so the guy got killed because he's not a combatant soldier. He was never trained. So these are the problems we are facing. You understand?
I think this problem, like I said before, is bigger than us.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us and sharing your insights with us this morning. And we've heard it from Chris Ejiofor. And this problem, I still repeat, is bigger than us, the illegal recruitment of Nigerians into foreign armed conflicts. And like we said, not just Nigerians. This is, I think, a rising issue that most African countries have been battling with for a while now. But coming up next is what's trending. Stay with us and don't go anywhere.
To leverage powerful AI tools without needing deep technical expertise. Tools like DALL-E are already transforming marketing, entertainment, and design. However, as generative AI becomes democratized, concerns about copyright infringement and misuse of content are rising. Internet of Things, IoT. The Internet of Things, IoT, is all about creating a connected network of physical devices, from smart refrigerators to industrial sensors that collect and exchange data. IoT applications are driving efficiency in industries like healthcare, manufacturing, and transportation, but security vulnerabilities are a growing issue. With more devices getting connected, cyber attacks targeting IoT systems have surged. Despite these challenges, the IoT market is forecasted to reach $1.6 trillion by 2025, making it a pivotal technology in smart homes, cities, and industrial processes.